The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Good evening and welcome to BronxTalk. On October 11th, 1994, the fledgling Bronx community cable network, BronxNet, launched the borough's first ever TV talk show. Little did we know at the time that 17 years and 807 shows later, BronxTalk would still be up and running and doing the same thing it was designed to do 17 years ago, almost to the day. And that is give Bronx residents a chance to see interviews about every aspect of Bronx life, as well as a forum for them to call in and have their say. It's been my pleasure to have hosted BronxTalk for all these years. And tonight, on our 17th anniversary show, we're going to have a little fun. We're on tape because of the Columbus Day holiday, so no phone calls. But you can always email comments to us at bronxtalk@hotmail.com, and we'll read those on the air during a future edition of our show. So let's celebrate the 17th anniversary of BronxTalk with a popular Bronx rock band, A Moment's Worth. And we're going to let them play tonight, and I'm going to talk with a couple of the members of the band. We'll start with Alex Bondarev. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening.
Tell me a little bit about A Moment's Worth.
Well, we're basically six best friends from the Bronx that started playing music, but really songs we believe in. You know, we started writing songs that inspired us in some way and that we wanted to share with other people.
About how long ago?
Me, Anthony, and Frank actually started playing fresh out of 8th grade.
Okay, so that's three. We're going to meet all the members of the band. We're not going to do that just now. So since 8th grade.
Since 8th grade.
Now, when you say you started playing songs that meant something to you, did you play other people's songs to start, or did you really just play songs that, like, you just started writing music right away?
I mean, I always wrote my own music, but in the beginning when we started the band, we would cover songs of bands we liked.
You know I'm going to ask you what groups and what music did you cover? What like is the inspiration?
That was a while ago. What did we cover? Green Day, Goldfinger, a lot of punk groups that we liked that kind of gave us a voice to a lot of the feelings that we had at the time.
Make sure you're into the mic, they're telling me upstairs. We had a lot of technology to make this work. Well, of course, it's so interesting that you talked about, punk bands. When I said, well, from way back when, it's hard to remember Green Day. It's kind of ironic because obviously the history of rock goes well before that. In terms of developing the band and being able to do this in somebody's garage, did you find a place to, a rehearsal hall? How did you really do this? Because it's a lot of noise, and and I mean good noise, certainly. But I mean, it's a lot of volume in Bronx neighborhoods. That's not always appreciated.
No, not always. Actually, when we started in 8th grade, like I was saying, Frank didn't have a drum set yet. So he took his mom's pots and pans.
There you go.
And he would play them in the living room. And his mom was cool with that for a while. Then he got an actual drum set, and that wasn't so cool. So we had to get some studio time after that. And since then, we've actually built our own studio where we practice now, and we don't have to bother anybody.
Did you visualize the whole thing from the beginning, or was it like, hey, now let's add this, or now let's do that? Or did you say, you know what, we need a bass player, we need keyboards? In other words, what was the vision from the beginning?
The vision was just to stay true to the music that we were writing, whatever felt right, whatever we believed the songs were going to express. So, and always to have fun too, because we were always a close group of friends. Mm-hmm. So when we started, it was just a 4-piece, and as we grew, we added members that were also our friends that added something to the music as well as the band relationship.
The Bronx, of course, has an incredible legacy of music and all different types of music, whether it be hip-hop or doo-wop or, various rhythm and blues and the Latin sounds that came from our borough. In terms of the borough of the Bronx, since all of everybody's from the Bronx, I like that. Does the borough influence what you do in a way, or is it, well, we just kind of live in our own world and it's not related to our surroundings?
No, actually, the Bronx has a great rock scene. It's called the Bronx Underground, and that's what helped us to get out there when we were starting. It was really a scene where they had shows in church basements, FLC for a while, where, and to this day, they'll have a show and 200-300 kids will come out to a show and support all sorts of genres, whether it's punk, ska, rock, any sort. So,
in what kind of venues are 200 and 300 young Bronxites getting together and listening to rock and roll music? Well, or not only rock, I should say. It could be other kinds of music as well.
The main one is FLC, which is the First Lutheran Church, and that's done in the basement of a church, actually, but they have some others that they've done over the years as well. Mannheim Beach Club, which was an outdoor show they had for the summer, as well, and Bruckner Bar and Grill. Actually, they've done a couple of shows there as well. So.
Right. I guess we're gonna rock and roll. There's good rocking on Bronx Talk tonight.
Awesome.
So I'm going to get out of the way. A Moment's Worth is going to play. You want to introduce the first song? You want me to introduce it, or what are we doing? I'm out of here?
We'll introduce it. That's good.
All right, I'm out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure on our 17th anniversary to present from the Bronx, A Moment's Worth.
Thank you so much, Gary. This is a song called Desperate Times.
See, I never believed you, kid. I always thought you were better than that. I always thought you were more than your emotions. You had the power to choose your own path, not just blindly react. I always knew you were more than you've been conditioned. They say you never know a man, so push comes to shove. You face your rabbit and your hell, and choose hate or love because desperate times call for desperate measures. Seems like desperate times are all you've known. When desperate times call for desperate measures, seems like desperate times are all you've known. See, I read of this man who was blind and not supposed to know his true self. He found out he was more than just a person, even when he was tortured like hell, forced to be like everyone else. He found out there was more to his convictions. They say you never know a man, so push comes to shove. You face your rabbit and your hell, and choose hate or love, because desperate times call for desperate measures. Seems like desperate times are all you've known. When desperate times call for desperate measures, seems like desperate times are all you've known. Oh, see, now I ask myself, who would I be now when it goes to my head? Would I die like a coward, or fight to the death for a cause and a reason? Would I choose my own path if the choice wasn't easy? They say you never know a man. When desperate times call for desperate measures, when desperate times call for desperate measures, when desperate times call for desperate measures, when desperate times. We go! Whoa!
Here we go. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You told me that all of these songs were written by the band. It's not like we have two songwriters or anything like that. What's the songwriting process like?
It's different every time. One of the main ways we try to come together is usually I'll write the lyrics or something, or Anthony will have an idea on the guitar, or Johnny, or any of the band members, and we'll bring it together at the studio. We'll run it by the whole group, and then we'll see where everybody feels it should go from there.
Let's, we're a little remiss in not introducing the band, so why don't you move around here and tell me who everybody is?
All right, well, that is...
Because you've been dropping names, and we don't know who they are.
All right, that's Anthony Albanese. He's our guitarist and my friend since the 5th grade.
Oh, my God. It's so sentimental.
This is Johnny Endico, our longtime bass player.
All right.
This is...
Long time. How old could you possibly be? That's all right.
That's Frank, the other guy I've known since the 5th grade.
He's in there somewhere. Back there is our drummer. We'll get him during the show. Go ahead.
This is Vin. He's the baby of the group. He's the youngest member.
Really?
And, yeah, he just joined less than a year ago, right?
So you
said youngest member. I'm actually the oldest.
it's okay. You just watch your language around him. I know that you don't want to influence him badly. And the young man in the red sweatshirt?
This is Nick Terzulli. He's our producer, guitarist, master of all things.
I noticed when it was like the vocals aren't loud enough, it was his fault. That was the problem. You don't mind if I talk to some of the other guys? All right, so step in over here, fellas. You can move all the way here. We'll start here with you. I didn't remind me your name.
Johnny Endico.
Did you guys just learn to play, or did you really work at getting lessons and learning in a traditional sort of way?
Well, me personally, I actually, it was an accident that I learned how to play guitar. I actually inherited a guitar from a cousin of mine, and it sat and collected dust for about 6 months, and then all of a sudden I just got influenced to play, and a couple of other friends of mine. I'm not an original from the band. A couple of my other friends, we played in a band together for a while, and then just sort of joined up with these guys.
All right, so now do you have a similar story, or did you learn to play guitar in a different way?
I took lessons, but...
He cheated.
Yeah, but I really taught myself. We bought a guitar, like in 8th grade. There was 4 of us at the time, and we were like, we're going to make a band, and we had a band. And then we were like, all right, let's learn how to, play instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Do you guys do this full time, or do you have other work? And then, of course, this is, I'm assuming, your passion.
Yeah, this is our passion.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't pay well.
And everybody works in terms of the writing, Alex talked about everybody sitting together. How long does it take? Let's use Desperate Times as an example. I don't know if you
that was like a cluster song. There was like 3 that we did at once with that song. There were like 3 that came out at the same time, where we were working on 3 different songs. And it's just, he'll come to the table with an idea or a riff or something or a melody in his head, and we'll get together. Or someone like Nick will write something on a program we use a lot called Tabit or Sonar. But it's really, like he said, it's different.
Is it like pulling teeth, and do you have to say to yourself, okay, today is writing day, and so we're good. Today, fellas, we're going to write a song.
It just happens. We could be sitting on the steps and with an acoustic, just.
When you have 6 members in a band, and it's rather generous and democratic to say, well, everybody gets a credit. Is it difficult to come to resolve on what everybody likes, or are you just fortunate because there's some nice energy in the group?
You know what? Sometimes we disagree, but when I say disagree, it's kind of like a 2-second, well, I like this better,
It's like me and my wife, of course. They're all laughing.
Yeah, no, fortunately enough, we all listen to the same music. We're influenced by a lot of the same things, and we just trust in each other that the final product is going to be.
I'm going to go back to Alex. Sure. Do you mind if I do that? Is the lyrics, and one person specializes in that? You might do that better than other people, or is it really? I'm fascinated by the notion of a collaborative.
Yeah, the lyrics, I guess that's me for the most part, but I'll take ideas from whatever they feel the song should be about sometimes, or whatever the feeling the song gives me, or what they had in mind originally, too.
What do your fans say? Do you measure, let's say, I know we like that song because we tried it out and fans like it, or is it one of those things where, you know what, we know this is good, you may or may not like it, but you know what I mean? I mean, what kind of interaction is with fans?
Our interaction with fans is very open. We encourage feedback. But usually it's been where we put something out And for the most part, thankfully, so far, it's been resonating with our audience. So we haven't really had to modify a lot or anything like that. But
well, what I really do appreciate is that all of you got dressed up for the show. That was really nice. So we're gonna keep playing, right? There's good rockin' tonight on Bronx Talk. What's next?
Next is a song called "Of Gratitude."
Of Gratitude. Okay, I'm out of the way, and they will express their gratitude for that.
On his way to church, he finally found somewhere downtown. I swear he's gotta have the answers now for why my life has turned upside down. Another day at the alcohol, he holds his only friend. Another gulp to numb life down, but still the ache won't go away. And if the world was up to him, he'd turn it back, begging to make up for all the things he lacks. Would he see that there is nothing that he needs that he don't have? He'd keep it running. Would he keep returning just the way it has? The memories hold my team, holding strong. They're holding strong, and she's far away. On her face, I used to be so much prettier, and maybe that's why he's gone away. No words to say for the old friend who's been listening to her cry, except the promise things to turn around. Maybe tomorrow, sure someday. Oh, if the world was up to her, she'd turn it back, make it to make up for all the things she lacks. Oh, would she see that there is nothing that she needs that she don't have? She'd keep it running. Would she keep returning just the way it is? Every day I wake up, I think about my life. Every day I wake up, wake up. Every day I wake up, I think about my life. Every day I wake up. If the world was up to me, I'd hand it back. I'd learn to trust in life to give us what we lack. I'd learn to feel the gratitude for even that which I don't have. I'd keep it running. Yeah, I'd keep it turning. If the world was up to me, I'd end it back. I'd learn to trust in life to give us what we lack. I'd learn to feel a gratitude for even that which I don't have. I'd keep it running. Well, I would keep it turning just the way it is.
There you go. Man, there is good rocking tonight on Bronx Talk. That is absolutely fantastic. Can I chat with the drummer?
Sure.
All right, he's going to have to be right in on that microphone there.
Okay, here we go.
one thing in which we know about the borough of the Bronx and the history of the music of the Bronx, I've already talked about some of the diversity in music. In this band, there's a lot of diversity. Let's see, I saw a Met fan, I saw a Yankee fan, I saw a Ranger fan. You guys go to the games together and those kinds of things?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their individual things, I guess. But, me and Anthony, we go to hockey games a lot. Johnny's a big hockey fan. We're all pretty big hockey fans. But there's a little separation in the baseball area. But
I said that obviously jokingly, but to me it also explains a lot of what the Bronx is about, because it's a lot of guys from the same, and the neighborhood is the Morris Park neighborhood? Pelham Bay. Okay, in that part of the Bronx. Let's talk about the drums. You're real good, and talk about influences. Did you learn to play watching other drummers? Did you always play the drums? Did you always play mom's pots and pans?
Well, I was always real obnoxious and making a lot of noise. But no, I always liked percussion, growing up, and I was kind of had the best rhythm when we decided we were going to play. So that was, the decision that I was going to be the drummer, and we kind of went from there.
And you've been playing for how long?
13 years, something like that.
But who's counting?
Yeah.
Alex, come on back in here. A couple of real important notes. There's a website, there's a blog. What do we got?
Yeah, well, our main homepage is amomentsworth.com, and that's where we have all the latest updates on the band, the mailing list.
Momentsworth.com. That's on our screen right now. And then there's a blog, and you can find out where you're playing. There's a video out?
Yeah. So we just released a video for a song called Dedicate, and it was filmed by a really talented producer over at Google. His name is Reza Blackie, really talented guy, a good friend of the band too, and it was his vision. So.
And for people who want to see you play, where do they go? What do they do?
Just to check the website, amomentsworth.com, and we have live shows posted, updated all the time. Right now we're focusing on writing a little bit, but we'll be back out really soon.
Mm-hmm. I guess there's one more song that you're going to play for us, right?
Yep.
What is that song?
Favorite song.
Favorite song? Mm-hmm. It's my favorite song. We'll be right back.
You're my favorite song, a simple melody, the words said right on time, pure sincerity sung just slightly out, just slightly out of key, and a little bit too loud, just so carefree. I never would have had the strength to say what's in my head. I would just run away, I would just run instead to see the world false possibility. And I'm afraid right now, but that won't stop me. Go and sing the words you know, sing them like you never did before. Your heart's the only cure to this too fast, too scared. I would just run away, I would just run instead to see the world full of possibilities. And I'm afraid right now, but that won't stop me. Go and sing the words you know, sing them like you never did before. Your heart's the only cure to this too fast, too scared, disappearing world. I wanna go back one time.
All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment's worth. Folks, thank you so much. You guys are great. And you know what? Thank goodness for the Bronx Underground, because that's how we get something like this. This is really an extraordinary group. We hope there'll be a record contract at some point. You record guys, are you listening? Do you see what's going on here in the BX? Thank you so much.
Right, thank you. Congratulations.
For 17 years. Folks, listen, I want to thank Jane Folloro, who's been the producer here for all those years. Jane wants to come down. She's running down here, but she's been running the show from up there. Michael Arias, our director, who has just been phenomenal to put a show like this together in that amount of time. And Dina and everybody else, and to Michael Nobby and everybody. Here comes Jane. Jane, who loves rock and roll more than Jane Folloro? So come on in. Thank you, Jane, for being with us 17 years. And guess
You're
what?
welcome, Gary.
Guess what? We'll be back for the 18th year, when? Next Monday night at 9 o'clock. Good night. Are you guys going to rock us out here?
Rock us out.
Let's go. We're out of here. Play anything.
Well, I don't suppose I know just what my life is, where it's gonna go. The only thing I know, is that I'm here and I'm open. A vision of a life, familiar but not mine. Cause there's something simpler, like a teen watching the tide crashing in your dim lit room on my visits home to you. Is that alright, maybe? Is this something I could just do one more time? I wanna sing a song I would write, a song that brings our love back to life. I want it to be true. Well, I catch myself sometimes comparing mine to other people's lives. And one thing that I've learned is that the grass ain't any greener. Well, are you still with me, my love, or wondering what I'm made of? Is there something I can give? Is this too way too late?